5,
Morning.
8,
Hello.
6.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
Hola.
darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you. Again.
Hello from the other side.
Hello from the otter slide.
Yeah.
From the otters.
Otters are so adorable.
Look at-
Wait. Has Mr. Meme Lord not seen the otter slide meme?
No, it's just
You haven't seen otters go down the slide and Adele just like
Hello
serenade
from
them?
the other slide.
I don't know if she actually serenaded them, but it's nice to think that way.
is it though?
She serenaded them. Totally.
I would serenade an
That's how
otter.
this works.
Like I'd be like, Mr. Otter, tricks are for kids, and then I would like steal it and put it in a pond in my backyard.
That was a rabbit.
I know, but I want to do it to an otter.
In Minnesota, you can own an otter. I want one.
All right, guys, we're moving to Minnesota. We're all getting otters.
I'll just buy an otter box and say I have an otter.
Wow.
Put it on my phone.
No, what we can do is when we all get the otters, we're gonna make a habitat for them in the back. It's gonna be like a shed for them to go in when they want shelter, and we will call it an otter box.
It's going to be your otter friend. So you have us, and then you have an otter friend.
That also means every day we can post on social media as our otters slide down their big slide, and we can be like, "Hello from the otter slide."
Can we be
from
those
now
people that
social
like don't make social media accounts for themselves and they just have a social media account for each of their otters, and every day they post something saying Oswald did this, Oswald did that, Oswald's such a good little otter. I'd name my
I don't
otter
know why.
Oswald.
I don't know why, but I think I'd name mine Korg.
Korg.
Yeah, like the rock guy from Thor Ragnarok. I don't know why.
Andrew, what would you name your otter?
Otter.
Otter no.
Kevin, what would you name your otter?
But
Otter
it would
no.
be would it be OTTER or would it be ODDER?
The otter
Otter.
OD'd?
No.
That poor otter.
We just
Too many
got him.
clams.
Chiclet. You look kind of like an otter.
She does look kind of like an otter right now.
She looked at me and she was like,
she had like the arm thing going.
It's like, what are you talking about?
"What'd you say to me?" So we're back. We've been this is all this.
Welcome to the insanity.
It's still 2021.
Currently,
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Weird.
we're waiting for the time warp next month when we all end up back at the beginning of 2020.
Nope.
Yeah. It was delayed due to COVID, so that's why it didn't happen.
Yeah,
during-
the building of the Doomsday Machine was delayed by a couple of months due to COVID.
Probably there's supposed to be another shipment of COVID soon.
Yeah. Walmart employees are gonna get fucking vaccinated
Nice.
first.
Not every store.
I hope I don't, because I don't want to be a guinea pig.
No, it's a choice.
I was about to say they can't force you.
Well, there's some companies that are forcing their employees,
Yeah,
and if you don't want to take it, then they're just going to fire you.
exactly. So I'm afraid they'll do.
Well,
Like,
that's a legal gray.
Andrew, always
Yeah.
look down like that, please.
I'm gonna get it. I just
That
don't
is
wanna
the
be a
best
guinea
your
pig
mic has
for it.
ever sounded. You were talking into
No.
it. It was so good.
Or was it?
Is this better?
Yes.
No.
Actually,
Yes, it is.
No.
Serenade me with your voice.
the Uno is doing really well. Uno the
Uno.
movie.
I win.
We're gonna do more of that. We're gonna do Uno the movie, the musical.
The
The movie, the musical.
try that one again, bud.
Uno the movie, the
That's
musical.
the musical, the movie, the musical.
And we're just every time we do something, we're gonna like sing it. So like we can't talk in that video. We have to be like, really,
but it has to be-
Kevin.
It has to be almost completely uncut so that it can be Uno the movie, the musical live.
The first one wasn't cut, except for whenever like we were just like joining sessions.
Actually, if we had any fans, I'd suggest we do a stream of that of
Sorry,
Uno
we
the
don't have
musical,
fans.
the movie live. or
I
the
have-
movie The Musical Live?
I have 3 fans, and they blow really well.
I've only got the one.
I have one and it's off
Only one
because it's been
fan.
cold enough lately.
And-
That looks like a really religious statement, but I just have a ceiling fan.
Do any of you?
I've
do,
only got the one fan.
do any of you just leave your fan on at night to sleep?
Yes.
My
Yeah,
fan
okay,
never
cool.
turns off.
What's the
Yeah,
point of having a
mine-
fan?
Mine only turns off when we're recording something.
Same. Well, it's been
Mine's
off for a
still
couple
on
weeks
now.
now, but ever since the winter hit, I was like, I don't need this. The AC is actually working for once because it's cold outside.
It's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Which Chicklet's taking over the weight and blanket today. I just love her in the background. She's like, "What's going on?"
I keep hearing my name.
Chicklet. Okay.
Look at her trying to move. She like tries to lay down. She's like, eh.
Dude, having this bed and not having like to hurt my back in my sleep was so nice last night.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it fixed
What?
everything. I had to get a new bed bottom, a bed frame.
His
And,
fat cat literally broke his bed frame.
What?
Me and my fat
And
cat.
I replaced it with one of my old bed frames.
It's better than what I got. Mine's a mattress on the floor
I've done
at the
that.
I
moment.
used to sleep like that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the worst.
Actually, sometimes, like at first, it's so nice, and
And
then
then-
very quickly, it's not.
and then your back is like, wait, what are you doing?
I've slept on a couch for 8 years.
I used to sleep on a
couch surf.
I used to sleep on a giant beanbag.
That must have
Welcome to
been
the
fun,
po life.
but
Hmm?
hurtful.
That actually-
That must have been fun, but hurt.
Actually, it was really comfy because it's all memory foam. It's one of those huge ones, like $400 or $500 ones.
That sounds magical.
I
That
used to
sounds
like-
like you know that scene in Avatar: The Last Airbender where they make him the bed out of the sheep.
Cloud, or
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
the
like-
fur. Yeah,
Appa's
It's
fur.
like sleeping on a cloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they made it out of sheep.
I don't
no,
know.
it was out of Appa's fur. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
because he was shedding.
Yeah, they went to the
No,
water. It was gross.
The shedding episode was different. I'm talking about towards when he faced down towards the eclipse when he was going to face down Ozai, but he was like sleepless for 2 days.
Yeah, when he was fighting Mark Hamill.
Oh, yeah.
When we went to go fight
Yeah.
the Joker. What? My brain just pooped.
Proud of you.
Thanks. things are happening. Things are more things.
What are things?
I don't. There's not. A lot, WandaVision came out last week, and I'm pretty sure Andrew and I are the only ones that
Still
watched it.
haven't watched it.
Yep.
I haven't
Still haven't
watched
gotten
it.
to it yet.
Really well done. Not gonna spoil it. Just gonna say really well done. I like the way that they filmed a black and white film in 2020. Like, it's funny. It's good. It's kind of cheesy because it's like okay, is this a Marvel thing or is this just like a filler episode?
I do wonder if they actually captured it black and white, or if they just captured it color and then
They captured it in color.
It looks like color, yeah.
Well, they
'Cause
captured it.
they mixed in some color elements in black and white.
Yeah.
So
There's one part where like there's like a helicopter, like a toy, and they just made the toy the color it was. And technically, like the way you do that is you do it black and white and then put a color filter on and keep everything black and white, but only just to that color. Or you can mask it, make it harder on yourself. But yeah, Corridor taught us those. But no, WandaVision, it was good. I don't know the whole point of it. I know like what it seems like is like it's just a simulation of some sort, but that's what they advertised anyways. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. We were all fairly certain from the moment they announced it that it was going to be like being inside the Mind Stone.
It's trippy. It's definitely trippy. There's some parts where you're like, this is kind of creepy. Like this is weird. And then like it's good storytelling. And like I said, the black and white aspect was really cool. The end of the last episode, they transitioned into like color finally. So like that's the only big thing. But it was cool. Like I definitely recommend watching it. If you're a Marvel fan, people are hating on it a little bit. People are loving on it. More love than hate. People are gonna hate on everything though.
Yeah. Trolls.
But it looks cool.
They're not as happy go lucky as the movie would suggest.
I personally, like I said, I feel like it's just like a filler episode, like a really weird filler episode.
I can see that. It's just like an in between as they try and adjust to what they're doing next.
Yeah. Whereas like Captain Falcon is going to be like a real thing compared to this. You can't tell me he's not Captain Falcon.
No, I know. I just love hearing it.
I was gonna say, isn't Captain Falcon a Smash character? What? Or
Yeah.
Captain Falcon's a really, really old.
But at the end of Avengers Endgame, Falcon was given the shield and the mantle of Captain America. So I called him Captain Falcon as a joke, and it stuck in my mind.
I did that. I did.
Andrew's computer froze.
oh, is that why he's just like not moving?
I thought he was just dead inside.
I was like, he's been really quiet.
Hear about it in a second when he joins back. Oh, Jason's computer froze as well. I actually think he's dead. Kevin? Kevin!
Hello?
Kevin?
Guys?
Can you hear me? Hello? What is happening?
Hello?
Kevin?
You all froze. What happened?
The Discord went down for a second.
Yeah, I noticed.
I could still hear Kevin.
I can hear Kevin too. That's the only person I could hear.
Everything was fine for me. You guys just froze.
What is going on?
You guys froze, and then
Kevin. Oh, great.
Kevin?
No, everyone. So you froze first, Andrew.
Please stand by.
And then Jason froze. Like I thought Jason was just making fun of you, and then it froze. And then
I thought you were doing the same thing. I thought you were making fun of him because you were frozen. And I'm like, he's just messing with us. He'll be
no, but then I looked at Discord and it was in red. Like the
Discord,
the little...
Discord just shut off and turned back on for me.
everything is fine for me.
You were frozen for us, and if we were frozen for you, then there was not everything fine.
No, I didn't disconnect or anything.
None of us did.
I didn't get any red signal or anything. So it was on your guys' ends. I could hear Kevin fine. It's just your screens that froze.
Maybe
Discord
it
was
was
fine.
on your end.
Yeah, everybody could hear Kevin. Everybody could hear Kevin. But like you froze first, and then for me, Dennis froze, and for Dennis, I froze, but everybody could still hear Kevin.
Well, I love the fact that we said Andrew froze, and then literally right after, you both froze for me. I'm just like, what's going on?
I just go, I just go, oh, Andrew's computer shut down again. We're gonna hear about this.
Well, and then you froze, but you froze with like this stupid smile on your face.
It's like
right there.
Well,
You froze doing this.
Yeah, I'm always frozen.
Let it go. Let it
Yeah,
go.
we can't seem to get your picture back to let it move. It doesn't work right. It's just
No,
that
but,
one picture of you always.
That's one thing we're probably gonna do. The server is nitro boost it. This way we can actually like when we do our watch throughs on here, especially it'll be in 1080 compared to this. Also, it will be more of a server based rather than client based. I think it's already server based, but it's more client based than it is server. Whereas if we nitro boost it, it'll be more server based than client based. Did I just say that twice?
Probably.
Okay. Probably. But what are you talking about for Andrew?
I don't know. What are we doing about all that foot? Like,
no, we're still going.
We're good.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Kevin died. That's about it.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
We were all frozen, and now we're just letting it go.
Randy Newman.
Oh my.
Let it go. Let it go. So things are happening for everything in the world right now.
Like what?
Like apparently, according to Kevin, Walmart is in some places making them get vaccines.
Yes. Walmart is the guinea pigs.
Not the
Sorry.
customers, but the employees.
Yeah, the employees. We're guinea pigs.
Awesome.
So, if I all of a sudden die out of nowhere, it was that.
And not
What?
your girlfriend. Got it.
Oh, it could be that too, but like,
Less likely.
it's less.
It's about 50-50.
50-50.
Anybody else sleepy? I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
Not
I gotta go to
really.
bed early.
I woke up at 1 o'clock.
I woke up an hour ago.
I'm still
But
not
I
wearing a watch.
to sleep. Yeah, no, I'm still not wearing a watch. You know what you really used to mess with people? Because I used to wear my watches instead of like
Yeah, it'd be on your
Americans
wrist.
wear them. I used to wear the European style. So when I do this without a watch, they go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm checking my imaginary watch." They go, "Why are you looking at the bottom of your wrist?" And I'm like, "You uncultured buttheads."
Swines. I used to wear my watch that way, but then I got this watch, which has a bigger and heavier watch face, so like it just got annoying to rest my arm like this on a table.
Well, I never rest here anyway. I rest back here.
I
So it
rest
was never
rest
that big deal
anyway.
for me.
I rest everywhere, dude. I can fall asleep on this floor right now. Now there was a while when I first took off this watch because I wear this watch. Lately I haven't because I haven't really been into working out. But when I was really getting into it again, I wore this watch every day. And I went to Walmart with my dad when he was still living here, and I walked into Walmart and I kept checking my wrist for the time, and he kept asking me what time it was after I kept doing it too. And like I would look at it and smack my hips really hard or smack my legs really hard and be like, and like it just became like a tick for me. Like I had to check my watch every 5 seconds, and I'm just like, ugh.
It's just a joke that I do. It's the stupidest joke that I probably do on a consistent basis. It's just it's exactly I don't care. Or it also works. It also works as a like
Okay, Kevin,
Discord's having issues.
What?
Right?
they froze.
Oh, they did.
No, we did.
Look at Finger just looking at you, staring.
You guys didn't freeze.
For me, he's looking at you.
Great.
Well, 2-man podcasts do that.
What if they can hear us?
That'd be great.
I can hear you guys. You guys can talk. I'll just.
So I'm Diamond and Rumble on Rocket League.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why do I have no internet?
What? Wait.
Oh, it's probably that whole AT&T
Maybe the internet's
thing.
getting shut down.
Oh, tonight's not the good night for this, guys.
The world is shutting down.
All right, now
Andrew? No!
It's good. Oh. Hello? Huh. Andrew just
Guys?
disappears.
Guys, I hear Finger. I hear you.
We come back and Andrew's not in his chair.
I hear you, Finger.
I know. I heard you guys. You were Diamond in Rocket League now.
Yeah.
I think it's the AT&T thing again.
Yeah, because my internet went out now too.
It did. Well, the internet didn't go down for me, but Discord went down. Andrew, you guys were talking, and I texted you. I said I can still hear you because you and Kevin were talking about going Diamond in Rocket League, and I'm just sitting here listening and looking at you guys talking and moving, and then my screen only showed Kevin, and then everyone else was black, and then it comes back after Discord says reconnecting. It comes back, and you're not in your chair.
Yeah, I went to go see what happens to the internet. It has to be an AT&T thing. If
AT&T's still doing whatever the heck they're doing. I think it has to do with that thing Manny told me about where the power and stuff might be going out, but I think it's only strictly like, I don't know. I'm not, whatever. Tonight's not the greatest night for it, but definitely making this podcast funny and interesting because I still see everyone moving whenever I freeze. Apparently, I knew Jason froze for a while. By the way, like I saw it for a few minutes.
Where'd Jason go?
His internet probably died.
No.
You guys were like 2-man podcast, so I'm diving in Rocket League.
Oh.
There goes Jason.
I'm gonna have to edit this one. I can't send it to him.
Yeah, because of everything going on.
Yeah, because I might just cut some of it out if it's really just no reason. Like this right now, me talking about cutting this. Ah, this is annoying. Always when we gotta do stuff too.
Yeah, right?
You're like, he's doing that dumb face. I'm just like, wow, thanks.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know.
Or did I?
Jason?
I couldn't rejoin the call because I couldn't hang up. I hung up, but I could see myself still in chat.
You have AT&T, and I think AT&T had another little outage.
Nobody else is having an issue with internet in the house.
It's just Discord. Okay, got it.
Maybe they have AT&T
Which
and they're
makes
having issues.
Why would it be Discord? My internet went out.
My
I
internet
watched it
was
on my computer.
My internet was on, but Discord said disconnecting.
No, my internet on my computer said not connected. No access.
Oh, my internet was fine.
My internet read fine as well, and I checked with like.
It's Discord.
Look at Dennis's face.
I'm not frozen.
Kevin.
Yeah, let's see.
Look at his face. Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this. Hold on. Oh no, I lost it. No.
Are you guys there?
You're not gonna take down again,
Hello?
Jason,
Can you hear me
Hello?
now?
guys.
Dennis, your
All right,
face.
podcast not happening.
No,
tonight
it's
'cause I'm not
happening.
dealing with
You know what
this.
we're calling this? We're calling this connection issue.
No, this is stupid. This isn't a podcast. This is just a disaster. Like we put some stupid things up there. This is not something that we can really put up there.
Why not?
I was gonna say,
we
isn't
talked.
all our podcasts a disaster?
Yeah, podcasts are meant to not be like serious. Like honestly, Misfits. They're a perfect example of not a good podcast to watch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess yeah. I know what you mean now. Not a good
Yeah.
podcast to watch.
But they do stupid stuff all the time. They talk about how they recently they talked about how they stole Vanos's Uber. And it was like a self buckling car. You get in the car and it buckles you for you.
Yep.
And then they were like with a Russian dude. Right now it's working, so let's keep going. They were driving with a Russian dude, and the dude's like, "You're weird. You guys." He's like, "Are you sure you're supposed to be in my car?" And they all got dropped off on the side of the road. But yeah, connection issues. I have a perfect podcast logo already. It's gonna be just our logo with a bunch of glitchy lines through it. Or if Andrew can find that, if Andrew took that picture of whatever he was talking about taking a picture of,
I couldn't take a picture of it.
what was it?
I would just deafen
It was
our
you.
logo and then put the two little Discord squares spinning in the middle of it.
Oh my.
So was
Oh,
it
my.
like, what was it like? Here, I'll do the faces and you tell me if I get it.
You do not do the faces.
No, it
No,
was like
your eyes were like
Hold on,
almost
hold on.
closed,
It
and your
was
mouth
like-
was like wide open.
It was kind of like this.
Nah, his mouth was wide open. That's eyes a little more open. Like open one eye a little more. You're not opening it.
I'm crossing my eyes.
Yeah, I had trouble
No.
bringing my eyes back from cross too. That was
I just got stuck.
I can blur my vision. It's hard for me to unblur it when I do that.
That sounds safe.
Yeah.
Because you got. No, everyone just keep moving. Ow!
Move.
That's why I'm not gonna keep moving.
Because Yeah, I noticed Jason paused, and I was like, "That's when I knew there was a problem."
Yeah, you and I keep pausing together, which is weird.
Do you hear them
Like,
talking though?
Yeah, because he's like, up, Dennis paused, and I'm like, can you hear me? Am I frozen too, or can you hear me? Because nobody
just
has
sit there-
mentioned me.
I just
Am
sit
I
there laughing.
frozen too?
I just sit there laughing the whole time, and it's great because I still see Andrew moving and Kevin moving because they're talking, and like I see Andrew's moving on my screen, so I'm just like, oh, this is happening.
We should all be recording our perspectives of this because
I wish I was. You can see Dennis's face. It had to have been the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Or the stupid face you've ever made.
Thanks. I make a lot of stupid faces. So
You're welcome.
yeah, this one was primo.
So we started a new series on TikTok that Andrew doesn't know about.
What? I don't even know about it.
And now Kevin is going to know about it too. It's called Messing with Andrew.
Oh no.
It's where we go around and we mess with Andrew.
Oh, I was involved with that, and I'm still sitting here going, what TikTok series? What's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when we're going to do it, Andrew, but you're going to keep getting messed with.
Show him the pictures, Andrew. Show him the pictures we drew to you.
Yeah.
Show him the pictures
I'll just put them here.
Draw to you.
Look at this right
Show
here.
him the picker we draw to you.
Look at this, Andrew. Look at this picture of you right here. Oh, you're going to actually pull them out. I was just going to put some picture he posted.
Hey, he's got him sitting on his cajon next to him.
Oh.
We're not even going to see that.
Bring them close to the camera. There you go. That's
No,
That
you're not going to see that.
Terrible.
I saw it.
No. Better off just taking a picture of it.
You already did.
We'll put him right here.
Right
I'll put
here.
mine right here, and you'll put his right
and
there.
the TikTok video will be right here. Yeah.
Well, you could put the TikTok video over here.
And I'll be right here.
And Andrew's actually there. Everywhere you look. Are you okay, Jason?
Jason? Is he messing with? He's messing with us.
Yeah, because you can tell because Andrew's moving this on his glasses. We've already had this discussion. I can't take it right now, seriously.
I'm hoping if I commit to it, the motion you thought you saw in my glasses will disappear.
That's why I shook it even faster. Life update. I start working this week.
Welcome back to adulthood.
Yeah, and then but yeah, I'll be working night shifts, so at least we'll be, maybe have some more content with new games and stuff from not just Andrew and Jason and Kevin. We'll definitely be doing Jack and Dexter, because yeah.
Nope.
Oh my. All right then.
I thought a baby was crying. I'm like, what just happened?
Thought somebody was going down a zip line.
I'm used to hearing that all the time. My cats fight all the time.
Cats like fighting.
My cat
Apparently. I don't know why.
doesn't. She just likes to be fat.
Fat
It's my two
cat.
girl cats that fight. So it literally is a cat fight.
That's terrible.
I don't know. I'm dumbfounded right now. Like all my concentration went away when I saw Andrew freeze and then Jason freeze and then Kevin go, guys, because it literally turned into our Christmas video, which was fantastic. Because
Did I burn the internet down?
maybe it seems to be good right now. I see Jason's trying to commit to it doing this way because his glasses are off, but I could see his head moving a little bit because what he doesn't realize is I painted those walls. And I can tell that his hair follicle was moving in that one shade in the corner where it used to be
That's
yellow.
not how that works.
I don't know. I'm trying to make it sound scientific.
Because what he doesn't know.
So you come a 90-degree angle next to the right wall on the east side.
I put my glasses back on my face and then went looking for my glasses.
Is that what that was?
Because I was rubbing the bridge of my nose and then I'm like, all right, where are my glasses?
I still got a 1v1 you, Kevin.
Tonight's a night, man.
I still gotta download Halo.
That's a good point as well. We gotta download Halo 5 on Xbox soon. 'Cause Halo 4 is gone next week.
Halo from the other side. It's the new stuff. It's not as great.
What?
What was it we filmed? Oh, that came out yesterday or today. Wait, came out Monday.
It's today.
Not when this video comes out.
Time travel.
So, yeah.
That's right, guys. We're time travelers.
That Sea of Thieves video, I haven't posted ads for it yet. It was good.
Crab.
Yeah. No, the best part is when I think I made it into an ad when you guys are freaking out about the puzzle and like I go, try this, and I got it, and you guys got it, and we were like, we got it, and I'm like, dude, this is what was on my screen, and I scroll through it really fast. Hello?
Hello?
Someone's in your
Hello?
door frame.
Mm-hmm.
Who's door frame?
Andrews.
Well, they're about to paint the doors, so
Black?
no.
What do you mean they're about to paint the door?
I see a red door and I want
They're painting the
to
doors?
paint it black.
Oh, Andrew froze.
No color anymore.
I froze,
want
apparently.
it to be black.
Am I heard?
No, you're
I
here.
can see you.
It's
Okay.
only Andrew this time.
Okay. This to me is the only reason we're posting this is because of the stupidity of it and Jason's frozen. Kevin?
Oh, well, now you're all frozen. This is awkward.
I keep talking.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do, do, do,
I know you can hear me.
Hey, Andrew, you back?
We just heard.
I know you can hear me.
He's gone now.
I can hear you.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
You can hear me.
I'm
Hello?
pretty sure you could hear me this whole time.
No.
No, actually, I couldn't hear you at all until just now.
Hello? He's frozen right now,
Sure,
but he's
we'll keep
talking.
it like that. I'm pretty sure they can hear both of us.
Yeah.
No, though they can hear us. Oh,
Yeah.
his finger.
Oh, see, my internet is offline. I
What?
literally have no internet right now.
No, you clearly have internet right now.
No, even my Spotify says offline. What is going on?
The world is ending.
Literally, Andrew froze and Jason's still talking, and I'm talking and he can't hear me, and I'm just like, this is the best
Who?
podcast. You froze, and I'm just like sitting here talking, then you froze, or Andrew froze, and then apparently I
can hear
froze.
you. I responded to you. I'm like, yep,
Good.
we can still hear you.
Oh,
Could I be heard the entire time?
yes.
I still have no internet.
I think it's
Yeah.
because you're not using your webcam. I'm wondering if the webcams are just an issue today.
Well, let's find out.
No.
No.
We can just put our logos up, and then we can actually have a functional podcast.
Functional.
I have internet again.
You had internet the whole time.
I didn't.
It doesn't work for you either, Dennis, especially when you can't keep a damn straight face.
He's just.
I'm not trying.
Just kidding.
No, but he like through the whole time you can just see like the corners of his mouth, like as he just slowly got to a bigger and bigger smile, and he's just like, "I can't."
You know what it is, Dennis?
Still doesn't work. You can't keep your head still enough.
What?
at&t is installing a new fiber system.
Okay,
That's why it's doing the thing.
that's okay.
Everybody in my house, the other two people, the one that's doing consistent work over internet calls, and the other one who's currently doing a bunch of YouTube and frickin' 4 other things on his damn computer, both have internet and have undisrupted internet this whole time. I already checked. It's
And I mean,
Discord.
we can still hear Kevin.
Hi.
I'm just saying it's something with at&t. It might be Discord too,
We're
but
just saying it's not.
I'm just saying.
It's whatever. It's nothing's working. Bottom line, something's
Everything's
not
working.
working. Kevin has like Minnesota internet, so
Yeah.
He doesn't know what Ross is, so
What you got? That Spectrum?
no.
No, sadly, I have worse.
You got worse than Spectrum?
Yeah, I know, right? It's possible, apparently.
Wow.
Charter?
No, they're the same thing now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they are the same thing. When I left North Carolina, they
Well,
merged.
you know who they are, right?
Comcast.
Yeah, they're all Xfinity.
I
They're just Xfinity's locals.
apparently Xfinity isn't actually Comcast. Xfinity is owned by Comcast, and Comcast merged their main service into that. But the Comcast company is still a separate entity. Like it still has its own divisions.
It's a parent company.
Because Spectrum and them, when they were bought out by Comcast, Xfinity was a thing, and they didn't call it. They didn't say it was bought by Xfinity. They said it was bought by Comcast.
Comcast.
Comcast is pretty good.
Yeah, not really. I don't know.
I'm actually surprised how well I've liked my AT&T.
Do you remember how terrible AT&T's customer service was when they were just a phone company in like the 90s and early 2000s?
You mean Bell South?
No,
Or that was after Bell South. Yeah.
After Bell South. Yeah. That that manual on how to do customer service, that's what Comcast based their entire business after.
Yeah.
Like AT&T got better, and all this schnitzel that was left over from AT&T went to Comcast.
I think Xfinity had good customer service though. Like they still kind of do. My grandparents have no issues. I think it's mostly the area you're in. Like they kind of discriminate a little bit. They go, "Oh, you're actually kind of close to the hood. You suck."
I'm in the hood.
Exactly. So they're gonna discriminate kind of that, or they just don't have good towers and they don't want to admit it.
It's probably that one.
It's like AT&T. I had troubles with AT&T for years, and then like I get it at this house, and best service I ever had. Never had to ever call customer service. And heck, when the internet's not paid, I still somehow have internet. I can still talk on Discord.
No, that's because COVID.
Yeah.
They limit your access. So instead of cutting off your access, they limit your access, and then you can still like Zoom and Discord, anything that a student might have to do.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, COVID's kind of dampened a lot of things.
COVID's the only reason I still have water at this house right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like $700 into the water company right now, and just slowly trying to catch up to it. But also, COVID's the only reason that I'm $700 into the water company. So,
Yeah, it's like me. I'm $400 into my phone company because of COVID. Is someone watching Arrow?
Yes.
Okay.
You good, Andrew? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to figure out what this is.
You've just been staring off to the side of your screen for like.
That's my other screen.
You know, it makes sense because I'm pretty sure you were in the call before us, and I'm pretty sure that it's hosting it off of your internet. So with your internet turning off, that might be the cause.
That could be it.
Yeah.
If your internet's glitching and everything is run off of.
Because it's client based.
Yeah, but it's not a call though. It's a server chat.
But it's client based.
Yeah,
It's like you remember when you used to play Black Ops and it would be like connection interrupted because it would always go to like the person with the strongest internet, the person that started it, the lobby.
All the information for the server, the separate chats, all of that is stored on their servers. But because we don't pay for server access, whenever we're in a call, the call is hosted by whoever started the call.
That's why I'm gonna Nitro boost it. We don't have to worry about that. Also, Nitro Boost will make it where like our qualities will be a lot better. If let's say Jason's having a bad day or I'm having a bad day with my internet, like we'll always look good.
I wonder what happens if Andrew hangs up and comes back then, if we stop having the problem.
He makes
Dennis,
me
want to edit more?
That's what I was gonna say. He makes me have to edit. We're having no problems now, and it might not even be him. So let's not do that. I don't feel like editing is more than I already have to because I have to start working.
Woohoo for work.
Yeah, like I was literally rushing.
Fun on
I was literally rushing. I'm probably just gonna, keep it. It's funny. Like I said, this is the glitched episode because literally I can still hear them talking, and like I'm sitting here communicating with them, and they can't hear me. But yeah, with like tomorrow's Halo or yesterday's Halo video, I was like scrounging to edit because I'm like, okay, I won't be home tomorrow to edit in the morning like I usually do the day of if I don't finish something. So if I don't have to work the rest of this week, like they sound like they're not making me do, sucks. But it is what it is. I'm gonna try to get everything done for this week tomorrow, after I get home, and then get next week started since we're already kind of a few ahead. So like, send me your Minecraft footage tonight, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna start working 2 weeks ahead of myself this week. Get that ball rolling. But yeah, Andrew, you're the gaming news person. Speak.
Oh, there's not much to share.
Cool.
Today in gaming, not much to share.
No, pretty much everyone's been quiet.
The only thing that I've seen is the whole stuff still happening with Cyberpunk, and that's about
Yeah,
it.
that's probably it. They came out and I don't think they fully expressed what exactly happened, but they just pretty much said what they've been saying. Yeah. They didn't put work into the previous gens.
And then apparently a dev came out or something and said that the E3 trailer of 2018 was fake. And then the boss got mad because that's not true. So it's like, okay.
Make up your mind, guys. Figure out what you want to come out with.
This sad to say, but this might be CD Projekt Red's last game.
I hope not. I like them as a company.
This is the last time
if they can fix
but...
Cyberpunk and gain people's trust again, then they might be able to
guarantee
make another...
they'll fix it. I mean, Witcher was pretty bad when it first came out too.
Witcher 3 especially, because that was like a new game in a way.
3.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Witcher 3. Witcher 3 came out really bad, but like they fixed it over time. It made it like the best game.
I was about to say, now people love it. And like people were hoping for a lot of their favorite things about Witcher to be part of like how they run 2077.
I was hoping for third person. And like there's mods for it, but it's not the same. Like Witcher's third person. Like it would have made sense.
I mean, kinda, but like I don't know. I'm not really into being a third person shooter type game. Like I don't really like them.
I like the third person option for RP reasons.
Yeah.
True.
Because like you spend so much time on your character and creating everything, you never get to see it.
Except for when you look in the mirror and the first day the game came out, you were naked. At least for me, every time I looked in the mirror, straight up just man business.
Man business.
Never saw that with Corpo.
No, see, this is what I don't understand. So, like, if you're naked in a mirror, you see your character naked like you do in the character creation screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter, like, if I'm wearing clothing, I look in the mirror.
Sorry. No, I know what you're getting at.
Continue.
I was missing my man business in the mirror. You're right.
No, I'm wearing like underwear.
Oh,
my character.
You look in the mirror. You look in the mirror, and if you're not wearing, like your outfit or your gear, like you don't see your character like you do in the character creation scene. You see, like Ken doll underwear.
Yeah.
When you guys,
super
swap
excited and necessary to see what the characters got going on. But like, it's a feature in the game that it's like got that kind of realism to it, and then you look in the mirror and it's not. Like,
I'm glad they did it though, because I was streaming when I played it. So like I looked in the mirror and I'm like, okay, now they censor it for me.
It wasn't like Courage who swapped live streamed it.
I watched that, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that Twitch clip. I was like, that's hilarious. And I think
the thing is, anytime I changed clothes, like pants, you would be naked for a second.
Yeah, Pokimane
But
did.
again, female, so.
Pokimane was like, she was going through the selection. She goes, penis 1. She goes, what's penis 2? And she goes, oh my god.
Well, that's because it's Pokemon.
Yeah. Cute. Corpse. So, did you hear about Corpse possibly not actually continuing?
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah, Corpse. I'm not guaranteed about it, but Corpse was saying something about that. I know he had a lot of health issues in the last year or so before he got really into the gaming side. When he was doing his creepypasta stuff, he wasn't able to use his arms.
Why?
He has he had some disease. It starts with a P. It's not Parkinson's. It's I don't know the name of it, but basically he lost feeling in some of his fingers, and then it started going up his arms. And then one day he woke up again, and his other arm was not working, and he was misdiagnosed by his doctors, even though he told them the first time he went in, I think it's this. And he was misdiagnosed to the point that like they were giving him pills for something else, and he was slowly like deteriorating mentally and stuff, and he was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then he started getting feeling in his arms. He's like, you know what, I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to start getting back into YouTube. And then he started doing gaming and blew up with the gaming thing he's doing now. And I don't know if maybe something's happening again with his body, and he goes, you know what, I'm done. Or maybe people are finding out who he is, and he doesn't want that, because I know he's very cautious about his identity.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's, there's probably multiple issues, but I saw something about it, and it may be false, but I saw something about it. I know Markiplier, after we finished our podcast last week, he came out with a video, literally 2 hours, that says, I'm real.
Yep.
I'm like, yep. Andrew and I watched a video this every now and then. I showed him some clips, but his editor came out with a video called Lixium's compilation, and it's like the best moments of his edits. They interact with each other so much. Like there's times where like Lixium Markiplier will like say, let's celebrate, and then his little character will come in and blow like a birthday thing and poke Markiplier in the eye, and Markiplier will get like it's unscripted. He'll just go, ow, my eye, and you could tell that like his editor edited it like to match up with that stuff later. It was funny. It makes it so
He's a
much
really
more.
good editor.
Yeah.
Lixian
Heck yeah. Who?
Lixian is great.
He's funny.
It's hilarious.
He makes it better.
And it's really cool that Mark hired, because he used to do animations for Mark, like Markiplier animations.
The good ones back in the day.
Yeah. And then Mark's like, hey, be my editor.
Here's money. Like Game Grumps, I think, has a couple of their editors now working with them at least. What's his name? The one that they always make fun of that starts with a P. Peter? No. The guy that made all the really Ross, the guy that made all the really hard Mario Maker maps.
What?
You know Ross from Game Grumps?
Oh yeah.
He's an animator too, I believe, or at least an artist. And they hired him on eventually.
Aaron's an animator. He started off animating.
Aaron's, yeah. I was thinking of Dan for a second. Dan's a singer who was told as a kid he would never be an artist, and
then proved him wrong, which is awesome.
Yeah, with Brian, or not Brian. Yeah, Brian, Ninja Brian.
Brian.
I like proving people wrong.
Yep. Always fun.
Especially when they say you can't do
I got an employee today, came up to me and said, I'm proud of you. I didn't think you would make it as a cart pusher.
It's
Thanks.
It's like that's a huge
insult. I'm a year and a half in, and I'm one of the best cart pushers the store had. So, yeah, thanks.
I still don't think you're gonna make it. I think you're gonna quit eventually.
I wanted to. I think I'm at over 100 times I've been wanting to quit.
I get texts like almost every month from you. Hey, today's the day.
Today's the day.
Literally last week or earlier this week.
Today's the day.
Literally last week you go, today might actually be the day.
Well, I almost actually yelled at my supervisor the other day. So.
You know, if you yell at them, they won't fire you, right?
Depends.
I'll always mention. I'm not going to mention it on the podcast because I know we've talked about it before. But when I yelled at Reba about them French fries, she apologized to me and told me that I was right and that she should do more work.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Walmart doesn't care.
It was McDonald's.
I was about to say he worked at McDonald's.
That's about the same.
And that's what I'm saying is they're tomato. Like they're actually like basically the same thing. McDonald's is the corporate fast food version of Walmart.
Yeah, I will never work at a fast food restaurant.
Nope.
I won't do it again.
I work at
I've never
Ross.
done it.
I
Like,
didn't want to do it to begin with. Like,
No.
and my family kept giving me flack for it because I was like, I'm not gonna make my first job that job. Just I'm not gonna be the cliche of your first job's fast food, and my second or third job ended up fast food. Like that was always below my standard. I'm like, I'm not working fast food. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I was the
ended
same
up
way.
doing it. I ended up doing it, and I'm not going back. I'm never doing it again.
I
Took me a while to get a job because I didn't want to do fast food.
I was
Wasn't gonna do it.
I was the same way. Like you, Jason. Like I worked in paint. I worked in paint, and I worked in like a real company for a while. And of course, I've worked in a restaurant since I was 9. So like I was like, I'm not gonna go to McDonald's. And my mom, it's right after I got out of jail too. So I was like, just got my apartment, which I didn't have money for. And I was like, they're like, well, go help you get a job. They drove me around town in Boone, and I went to McDonald's, which was like last on my list. I'm like, I'm not gonna go in there. And right when I walk in the door, they gave me an application. I filled it out in the restaurant, handed it to the manager, and she goes, "You want to start tomorrow?"
Wow.
And even with all the crap, it's one of my favorite jobs I've had. Like I would go back, and I like that's because mostly like if I need a job, I need it. Like I'm not gonna deny something just because it's that. But no McDonald's will hire me because I was a crew trainer at one McDonald's, and now apparently that means that I want money, even though I only got paid $7.50. That manager money, actually $7.25. And then I worked at Bojangles for $11 an hour and hated it.
What is
You don't know what Bojangle is?
No.
He's a foreigner, Dennis.
I am in the
Exactly. There's only one Bojangles in Florida, and that's in St. Augustine.
North. There's none here, as far as I know, unless it's like in the cities or something.
Do you have Hardee's?
Yes.
Okay. Think of Hardee's, but only breakfast and biscuits.
Gotcha.
An
like
amazing hot sauce.
Wendy's still my favorite fast food place to eat.
McDonald's
No.
is mine.
That's all right. He was so insistent about how fantastic Cookout was, and then when I was in Kentucky, I got Cookout, and I'm like,
Yeah, but you went to Kentucky. You didn't go to Boone's Cookout, where it's actually from.
I mean, it was no Portillo's.
It's better than Jack's, in my opinion, mostly because of the price. But Jack's, to me, like, people are like Fuddruckers.
Man, I just remembered Portillo's died.
And you know what, Jason?
The owners retired, and they didn't want to pass the legacy on to anybody because they didn't have anybody they could trust.
So we're by the way, because we really didn't say it, we're keeping that stuff quiet right now. But
What stuff?
that stuff. If that stuff happens, I will bring Jax home one day, and we'll film it.
What?
Don't worry about
What?
it. You'll know later. Bottom line.
You mean like the stuff we're supposed to be talking about after this?
Yeah, we're keeping it quiet.
Okay.
Bottom line is, I will bring you Jackson. We will film you eating it because I know you haven't had it yet.
You need to stop talking places up like they're the most magical.
Andrew, have you
food
had
that
Jack's?
exists.
You took me there.
I took you there. I don't have a car. How'd I take you there?
Your dad took us there
Oh, that's right. What'd you think?
with Ivan, Jamie, and other people. You know, it was after a Friday night, right?
We didn't eat there.
Yes, we did.
They were closed. We went there with GB, and we went to the door, and they were closed at 9 o'clock.
I remember eating in the restaurant with all you guys.
Was there old pictures on the wall?
Yes.
That wasn't Fuddruckers?
No.
I do like Fuddruckers
No.
because I can go in there and get like a pound and a half a burger for like $10.
Cheaper at Jack's for the same thing. And
do
it's,
like their
it's
fries.
cooked. It's cooked correctly. Who's fries? Jack's or Fuddruckers?
Jack's.
They give you fries that you salt yourself, which is nice. They don't salt the fries for you. And then you go up to the front, you get all your little toppings and stuff like you normally do. I always cover mine with pickles.
So it's a build your own burger place.
Kind of, but they don't like you have to ask them for the lettuce and stuff rather than Fuddruckers where you go up to the top front and it's like a salad bar for your lettuce and stuff. So like they have pickles, horseradish, onions, all those little goodies. But not talking it up, but Jack's is definitely one of those on the list that is like a you must go to if you're in Fort Lauderdale. Like Fuddruckers is probably on that list. I don't like Fuddruckers, but it's there. What else is there? What else is good in Florida? I know we have Skyline Chili that I've never been to. We have Dixie.
What's that rib place?
What?
Is it Rock and Roll Rib or something?
Rock and roll.
Rock
ribs,
and Roll. Yeah. Iron
That's
Maiden.
by where I live.
Yeah, the drummer from Iron Maiden owns it.
Wait, really?
And
Is it the drummer?
stupid me it is. I literally saw him one day. I didn't know who he was. So I never actually saw him. But then he leaves the restaurant. My parents are like, "That's him." I'm like, "Where?"
Yeah, my
You couldn't say that
I'm
while
like,
you were
crap.
in here?
my stepdad was invited there by him. Oh, great.
We freeze to get.
Andrew,
Can
Kevin?
anybody?
Hey, I'm here.
Andrew's frozen. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, no, but yeah, my stepdad was like kind of friends with Iron Maiden. Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me,
Hello?
Kevin?
Yeah. Hi.
Jason?
You
We're all-
guys can't hear me.
I hear you, Jason.
Kevin, tell Jason I can hear him.
Oh, well, Kevin hears me. I can hear Dennis, but you
Oh.
weren't responding when I was saying something.
Kevin is the medium.
I'm here. Andrew's back.
Kevin is the medium.
Yeah.
Kevin's Christmas lights.
I heard Jason and like apparently you heard me, but you didn't hear me.
Hey, he's frozen again.
Yeah, look at his forehead.
Look at the bags under those eyes. Poor
He
man.
looks so tired.
Me too.
Dude, the video we filmed. That was a perfect cut,
I'm
dude.
proud of you.
What's up?
I'm proud of you. We can still see your forehead.
That was such a good cut. Like I didn't have to do anything for that.
What's up?
Nothing. We're actually just wrapping up because, yeah.
This guy here.
No, Jason, what places in Florida would you recommend?
I just did.
What'd you say?
Rock and Roll Ribs.
Oh, just that?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I like Fuddruckers too.
What's that Tijuana?
They
Was it
don't
Tijuana
always-
Taxi or Tijuana Flats? Tijuana Taxi is the one we.
Oh, I'll recommend them both. Tijuana Taxi or Tijuana Flats.
I prefer flats.
Kevin, what's good in Minnesota?
I don't know.
Do you go outside?
Like- Yeah.
Small cans of pop. That's what's good in
Pap.
Minnesota. Why do Grogu's eyebrows like go up his head?
Yeah,
They look so fancy.
The stupid tag.
I'm in here.
Rip it off, Andrew. He's not a cow.
Change my name.
Wanted.
He's not a mattress. You're not going to get arrested for ripping the tag off, okay?
Yeah, I changed
that a
my
thing?
name last night.
Huh?
That a thing?
It's a thing. There's a tag on mattresses that says it's illegal to remove this tag, and it's
Oh,
illegal
yeah.
to remove that tag if you don't own it. Like if you don't own the mattress, it is illegal
Well,
to remove the
that
tag.
makes sense.
Why is that a thing?
Because people used to rip them off in the store.
Oh.
Why would they rip it off in the store?
So it's just like a warning label because people are buttheads
Yeah.
and they do butthead things.
Okay. All right. Andrew, get your butt back in that chair.
Alright.
Put Grogu on your lap.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
What happened to my? That's why I want a wireless headset, dude. My wire is wrapped around my chair. How did that happen?
By electric.
My wire is in a great spot tonight, wrapped around my hand. And this. Do, 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 do. That's why you plug it in here. Sorry, I was chewing a pen piece and it got stuck in my throat.
Don't die.
As I put it back in. So yeah, unless anyone else has anything to talk about, I think we should just wrap it up because this has been a glitchy podcast.
This has been all over the place.
Been fun.
To our insanity.
It's entertaining because I'm just sitting here laughing every time it happens.
I just want to state my formal protest to posting this.
I think it'll be great.
Yeah, and we did talk whenever things weren't happening, so
it's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be something. We posted 2 hours of us playing Uno, Jason. I don't think we can release anything worse than that. Okay. At some reason, it's getting views.
Well, I just love how like last podcast was what it was like, where we spent like a half a day deciding on how we were going to edit that one scene, and then now this podcast is just a bunch of absolute glitchy,
carnage,
unnecessary dysfunction. Dysfunction. We're gonna go with dysfunction.
We're all a little dysfunctional.
A little.
Yes.
A lot.
Hicker
dicker. Yeah. And guess what? I didn't have to edit the glitches. It already happened. Now I'll just make the best freeze moments our thumbnail. So like Jason's face when he was doing this earlier. And then Andrew's face when he was, forehead.
Nah, just do Grogu.
Can't see my forehead.
Grogu.
And then I'll just do Kevin's little logo in there. That's just his glitch faced all the time.
Yeah,
yes.
his camera's always frozen. We still haven't figured that out. His camera is just like a still.
So is yours right now. It's crazy. It's like you never got it fixed.
Yeah.
Did you grab the camera and put it like closer to your face?
No, it's just a really weird lens that the guy was using for wildlife photography.
Anyways.
I still love the story behind that picture, like how those pictures actually came to be a thing online. It's nothing better than a baboon stealing a nature photographer's camera and taking selfies.
I would do it if I was a baboon. Andrew, are you crying?
I am a baboon.
No, I'm yawning.
I did do it.
I cry when I yawn.
Me too.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
It's because your soul's in pain.
It might be true.
No, it's not. It's
What? Just kidding.
I was gonna give you the scientific explanation of it, but I just realized I don't care.
Hey, if you're not to like make this weird, but if you've watched this podcast at this point and you're a blonde chick with blue eyes and you had a dream the other night about being in a relationship with someone, hit me up because apparently like I can't stop thinking about